Hey everybody, I want to welcome to Desert Sky Mystic. Today we are going to be doing our weekly pick a card. So the pick a card readings actually aren't time-based. So depending on when you stumble across this video, when you watch this video, it doesn't cover any like week or month or whatever. We're recording in August, but whenever you find it, that means you are at the right place at the right time for you. So how this works is we will do just a quick little 30-second meditation. And what we're really trying to do is connect with one of the cards. There's going to be 5 placements or one of the crystals for one of those cards, which you'll see in a minute how that's laid out. And then from there, you fast forward, or you actually can just jump down in a timestamp, which will be down in the description box. And that'll fast forward the video to your particular card, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, or the stone or crystal that you picked, and then you will receive your reading. So, having said that, let's go on and get this overhead cam fired up, and we will see what this reading has in store for you. Okay, everybody, we are set up and ready to go. As you can see, we have 5 cards here, and for the video purposes, this will be card number 1, 2, 3, 4, and card number 5. And then we have our amethyst, we have our quartz, we have our citrine, we have our obsidian, and we have our sodalite out here as well. So let's get started here, and let's just do a quick little focus and meditation to see which one of these things jump out for us. And if you already have it, that's fine too. But if you haven't, let's go on and grab a seat. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. Have your eyes closed. And let's take a deep breath in and then exhale. Okay. Now what I want you to do is think about those 5 cards. Card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, and card 5. Let's think about the stones and crystals that accompany those cards. The amethyst, the quartz, the citrine, the obsidian, and the sodalite. Now, what I want you to do is take another deep breath. And as you're as you're exhaling, which card or which crystal calls out to you? Now, the first one that pops into your head is the right answer. Don't second guess yourself here. Is it card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4, or card 5? Or is it the amethyst, the quartz, the citrine, the obsidian, or the sodalite? Okay, now open your eyes and drop down to the description box below, and you can click on the timestamp, or it'll be in the video itself. You'll be able to see how the chapters are broken up there as well. But go to your selected card or crystal, and that will be your reading for the day. Hey everybody, if you pick card number 1, or if you were drawn to the amethyst, this is the right place. This is the reading for you. So let's go on and jump right in, and let's see what we are dealing with for this reading for you today. Okay, we have the High Priestess card. So the High Priestess card is really about balance. It's really about kind of connecting into, your higher self, your intuition. And the High Priestess itself is kind of like the guardian between this world, or this world that we're living on, and the behind the veil. So again, balance, intuition, connecting with your higher self, all those types of things. So right now, I would say that that's something that you are working with on some level. But let's take a look at we'll get some more information from the clarification cards on that and see kind of where we're going with this. Okay, so I think right now what we're dealing with is that you are working out the idea of moving on from something that's no longer serving your best and highest purpose. You no longer feel like it's you that you need to be involved with it, that this reflects that something that you no longer align with, but you're still involved with, something you're still doing. You're kind of going through the motions, and maybe that's because it's an organization of some sort where you're kind of tied in, and you don't want to let people down, but you don't really quite believe in it. Maybe you did once upon a time, but at this point in time, it's no longer a good fit for you. And you are trying to figure out how to move from that point A to point B. And I do think that there is a timing component on here because we have the rightness card, which is basically speaking to the idea that, things will happen at the right time, in that, like with the fruit, if you pick it too soon, the fruit's no good. If you pick it too late, the fruit is no good. You really have to wait for that fruit to drop naturally for the peak time. So it's really calling for the idea of be patient, go within. This By doing that, you will figure this out, and you will know when the right time is, because it will happen very naturally for you. It's not something you're gonna be able to force. I think it's something that you need to get prepared for. I think it's something you need to be thinking about, but you're not going to be able to force this one. But you'll also recognize when the time is right. Just be prepared for that opportunity as well. Let's see, we're going to throw an advice card out here and see what else Spirit can add to this message for us. Let's see here. Look to the future. Yeah, so I think this is just going back to, again, being prepared for this opportunity that's down here with the ripeness card. Plan what that looks like. If there's obligations here, make sure those covered. Don't leave that in a bad kind of way. And when you do go, do it gracefully. Just it's no longer a good fit for you. If you want to get into the ideas, if it's even applicable, that it's no longer you no longer align with it. That's not part of your belief system anymore. Whatever that looks like for you, plan this out. You already realize something's off. You already realize something needs to change. And a high priestess is really calling for you to look inward, find those answers, and take a very balanced approach to this situation that you're in. Okay, so that is what I have for everyone that selected card number 1 or that amethyst stone. If this reading resonated with you, do me a favor and like that video. Really appreciate it. It helps us know which messages landed and which ones did not. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you, and that helps us out quite a bit as well. So thank you once again. I hope this was helpful, and we will see you next time. Hey everybody, if you selected card number 2 or if you were drawn to the quartz crystal, you are in the right place. So let's see what this reading has in store for you. Let's flip this first card and then we'll go from there. Okay, 5 of Swords. Okay, so this is a card of conflict. It's a card of, a little bit of guilt. Did you do the right thing? Maybe it's an actual conflict with somebody, whether that's physical, mental, coworker, but some sort of conflict is happening in your life right now, and it's on your mind. It's bugging you. Let's see if we can figure out a little more about what's happening here and kind of what to do about that with these other cards. Yeah, so this conflict is something that's weighing heavily on you. It is a burden, it's perhaps it's somebody that is controlling you or being overbearing, I don't know. I mean, that could be a lot of different places. It can be in a relationship, it can be family, it could be a co-worker, it could be a boss. Whatever this is, though, is it's really weighing heavy on you and you're just exhausted. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, he's beat, and this other person's just like full blown on his back and commanding him to climb up the rest of this mountain or wherever it's at. But it's something you're really shaking off here. But I would imagine on the other side of that is that there are some consequences to kind of shaking that off. So you're really at a point to where you are battling within yourself on how to proceed. How do you get this burden, this person, this monkey off of your back without blowing up the other side of that, whatever that may be for you. So for example, if it's a overbearing relationship, how do you change the dynamic of that without destroying the relationship? It feels like this has gone too far, but how do you communicate that without, like blowing the whole relationship up? So it's a real struggle. It's a real conflict right now that you're trying to work through. And the energies are recommending a suggestion that really you go within, that you look for the answers within yourself. You think about this. You get a grip over your reactions, you get a grip over your thought processes, and walk through this calmly and with grace. And there's going to be a lot of different people, or perhaps there's already a lot of different people telling you what to do and giving you advice and naysaying and all this other stuff, but nobody knows. They don't really know. Even if somebody's been in a similar situation, they don't know what you're dealing with right now in this situation because they're not you. It's completely different. So if maybe some of this stuff is useful, maybe it's not, but really I think the important thing is here is that you go in and you really try to suss this out by looking for those answers within yourself, whether that be meditating, deep thoughts, journaling, something along those lines, because you need to figure out a solution to this, or this whole situation here is going to break you. Let's see what kind of advice card Spirit throws out, and maybe that'll help us move toward the resolution on this. Resolution. Okay, tell your story. This is actually encouraging you to talk about this. I think with the person that you are having the issue with, and I think that you have to be careful with the way that you frame it. You have to do a lot of non-blaming type sentences, like you do this, you do that. You don't want to do that type of stuff. It's more like, hey, I have been feeling like this lately. It would make me feel better if we could do it this way moving forward, or whatever those are. But this is encouraging you to talk about this with this person and confront it head on. And perhaps this person that you are having this conflict with doesn't even actually realize what they're doing. Maybe it's just something that maybe it's a bad habit, or maybe it's a personality thing that they're aware of, but every once in a while it gets out of control. And just by having a conversation with them, they're like, oh, hell, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen that way. Perhaps that's the case. But yeah, the advice card here is really encouraging you to be open and vocal about this. And again, I would encourage you to do it in a healthy kind of way, that frame it in such a way that doesn't like escalate the situation, but in a way that, really communicates how you are feeling at this point in time about this situation, so that you can get past this and move on to a better energy. Okay, so for those of you that picked card number 2 or were drawn to the quartz, that is what I have for this reading. I hope it helps. If it resonated for you at all, please hit that like button. Really appreciate it. And then, of course, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you, and it helps us out quite a bit. So thank you once again for joining us, and we will see you next time. Hey everybody, if you selected card number 3, or you were attracted to the citrine and you chose this as your reading, then you are in the right place. So let's go on and see what energies or influences we are working with for you for this reading. Okay, Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of it's like it's completion, but it's almost like what's the word? It's almost like a leg of the race. You've completed one of the legs of the race. It's something to be celebrated for. You did a great job. You should be excited, but there is still more work to be done on this. So a milestone, you've completed a benchmark, that whole type of energy. Let's see. I mean, that can be a lot of different areas as well. I mean, it could be a project you're working on, it can be work, it can be school, it could be even within a relationship. Let's see what these other cards have to say about that. Maybe we'll get some more information on what this is or where it's going. Very interesting. Okay, so this isn't getting into so much of what it is, but it is given an energy that this has been very kind of one step in front of another and not really knowing where you're at from one moment to the next, and that you're taking that step, assessing the situation, taking another step, assessing the situation. But again, this does seem like a pretty decent achievement here. It looks like that this has been a long path and a lot of hard work, in terms of composing yourself in grace and stability and being patient and really going with the flow of things, and not really snapping to any judgments about the way things are going, just really taking things for as they come, and realizing that, things are going to play out the way that they're supposed to play out. Now, we do have an additional card of success here that just layers on to the Four of Wands. So this completion's done, is a very successful, you're very happy, is worth celebrating. Was a lot of hard work. Again, still more work to be done, but something that was very much worthwhile. So congratulations on that, whatever that is for you. Let's see what this advice card can add to the reading here. See if there's what else we are working with. Name the thing. Okay, so this is kind of an interesting card on here. So I think that this is something that you need to remember, that you need to make a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a rally cry almost. This was such a great success and great adventure, and it's kind of like hate to use like a war reference, but when those war movies where the commander is riling the troops up and they'll say, "Remember Avalon," or whatever it is they use to, this is your Remember Avalon moment here, to where this is a rally cry for the next legs of this adventure and all the adventures to come in the future. When you're down and out, when life is kicking you and you don't know where to go, this is the rally cry, Remember Avalon. And that's what's going to carry you through. This is such a great success for you, and it's a lasting success that is going to stick with you for the rest of your life, and is going to motivate you and push you and pull you through other difficult situations as you move forward. So yeah, name that thing. Great reading. I like it. Okay, so that's what I have for card number 3, or the Citrine, for those of you that are attracted to the Citrine. Again, I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, if you resonated with this reading, please like the video. That lets me know which of these messages are landing and which ones are not. And of course, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel, Desert Sky Mystic. We would love to have you part of the family. And of course, that helps us out quite a bit as well. So thank you once again for joining us, and we will see you next time. Hey everybody, if you selected card number 4 or were attracted to the Obsidian, you are in the right place. So let's go on and see what this reading has in store for you. Okay, we have the Sun card. This is a great card. I mean, this is a card of success. This is a card of energy. This is a card of happiness. This is a card of getting the things that you deserve because you have worked hard, and you are pulling them down. You've manifested them. They're ideas that, from the heavens onto this earth. I mean, this is just a really, really, really positive card, success card. So I'm not sure what this is in relation to. Maybe you completed some monumental task, got a new job, solved some huge problem, but whatever this is for you, this is a great deal. This is a big deal, and it deserves to be celebrated here. Let's take a look at some of the other cards. I'll see if we can get some more information on what is happening and what is this cool thing that has happened for you. So I get the sense here in the cards and messages I'm getting out of this is something that you've kind of broken free of, something that you were not really interested in being involved with, or maybe it was something you were once upon a time and it stopped working for you. I got this Control card, and I don't think that you liked whatever this Control card represents, and you have been trying to figure out for a long time how to maneuver through this. So I'm getting a sense that whatever this was is that you couldn't be rash with your decisions, because there were consequences if you made the wrong choices. that you didn't want to particularly deal with at that point in time. So this has been a long, slow, strategic effort on your part to shed whatever this control component was. So maybe it was work, maybe it was a spouse, maybe it was trying to figure out how to deal with a family member who was too much, or a friend that was too much, and trying to figure out how to work yourself out of that situation without destroying a bunch of other stuff in the wake of it as well. And this has been slow. This has been strategic. You have really kind of had to wait and look out into the waters, and to test the temperature of the water and see what's going on out there before you jump on in, or before you take another step and make a decision. So long, strategic battle that I think has paid off for you very well. I think you have won whatever this is, at least in terms of the way you feel about it, and breaking free of those controls, that control situation that had you just kind of mucked up and pinned down. So yeah, I can understand that you're just kind of been released. You get the feeling of freedom. And let's go on and see what our advice card. Let's see what else we can get out of this reading for you. Respond with grace. So I like this card. This has been a successful thing for you. This has been a long time coming. But with the respond with grace is to make sure that you keep in perspective that this is not the time to kind of rub that in the face of the people that you've kind of broken free from, if that's the case. Just going to this with like grace. I mean, I can't think. I mean, what a great word for this. This is not the time to gloat. It's definitely the time to enjoy your success. It's definitely time to feel the happiness that comes with this freedom of whatever you shed away. But it will actually complicate things if you were to turn around and just be like, rub salt in the wound. That could actually pull you back in and get you into some other stuff that you're not prepared to deal with or want to deal with. If you have been slow, you've been methodical, you've been strategic about this, there's no reason to blow this now. Whatever the backlash that does come from this, respond with grace, a smile, be gentle, be soft, and just continue to ease your way on out and enjoy this very, very nice feeling and very nice success that you've been able to create for yourself. So that is what I have for those of you that picked card number 4 or were attracted to the Obsidian. Again, I hope this helps. This was a great reading. I'm really happy for you on this one. This looks like it was, a good place to be right now. If this video resonates for you, please hit that like button. That'll help us it'll help us better determine which messages land and which ones don't. So thank you for that in advance. Also, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you. And once again, that helps us out a lot. So thank you for that as well. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Hey everybody, if you selected card number 5 or you were attracted to the Sodalite, then you are in the right place, and we are here to see what messages and what energy and influences you are working with today. So let's just jump right on in here. Okay, we have the Empress. Now, the Empress is a card of nurturing, of mothering, of wrapping their arms around everybody, making them feel safe, making them feel at home, taking care of things, making sure, that the sheets are washed or whatever else. But whatever that is providing comfort and helping people grow, and really just, again, nurturing is the best word I can think of for the Empress card here. Let's see here. So I don't know if that is you. I don't know if that's an energy you can relate with. I don't know if that is what you need out of life right now, is that nurturing and that love and that safety and that security. Let's see if maybe it's both of you. Who knows? These things oftentimes have dual meanings based on the person that is watching. It could resonate with you differently, and a lot of times there are multiple messages within the same reading. So let's just take a look here at these other cards and see if we can get some more information that'll help us along. I think this was a path for you. I think there's a path for you. I think this is more along the lines of your need to nurture and really kind of finding out, getting a feel for your purpose and what makes you happy and what makes you feel satisfied and fulfilled. And again, I think this has been a journey for you. I don't think this has necessarily been just an automatic thing. Maybe you have known it, but you didn't quite understand it. And I think you're really kind of coming into your own on this one. So we have the rebirth card here, and what we have down here is this camel, and it's kind of sitting out in this darkness and these gloomy clouds, and this is kind of the life that you're used to doing. And one day you're just like, this isn't me. This isn't what works for me. This isn't the way I want to live. Gonna have to make some changes here. And you find some new inspiration, and all of a sudden you're like, yes, this is it. I found it. And you pop out, and you're almost a little too far going the other direction. It's kind of over the top almost. It's like you discover something new that you really enjoy, and you get a little obsessive about it, and then people start getting tired of hearing about it. And then pretty soon you figure out for yourself, oh, maybe I'm gone a little too far here. And then you find your actual balance. And so this is really a card of evolution and really about finding yourself as well. And that's where I think it relates very well to this Empress card here. And that's why I also think that kind of right on in the idea that, this wasn't just something that, again, I think this has always been within you, but in terms of your acceptance and understanding and embracing it, I don't think that's been there the entire time. Now, having said that, I think that you have been successful with that. And I think that's more what this reading is about, because we have our celebration card here as well. And that's this, very, to the point. You're celebrating your success here. You're feeling great about where you're at with this. You're feeling great that you kind of feel like you found your purpose, and that, doing these types of things make you happy, making other people feel safe and secure, and, wrapping your arms around them and those types of things. That mothering, nurturing type approach to people, however you are applying that, is something that makes you very happy and extremely fulfilled. So I think overall you're in a really, really good place here. Let's see what the advice card can add to this reading here. Let's see. Heed the vibes. So, I like the heed the vibes card for this, because it's really just saying, hey, you are on the right path here. You are enjoy the feeling here. This is very much in line with who you are and where you want to be at. And when we are in line with ourselves and where we want to be at, that makes us extremely happy. Everything starts clicking. When we kind of find our purpose, what better place to be at? So heed the vibes, enjoy them, enjoy the successes of the hard work that has been put in trying to find yourself here. Enjoy the success of actually embracing this, because a lot of times people some very obvious things put in front of their face, and they just continue in this route of denial, or they think they want something else, or they deny who they really are. But for you, I don't think that's happened. And I think that's where we have the success card. And that's why we have this card popping out saying, heed the vibes and enjoy them now. Be present with this, and things will continue to go great for you. So yeah, that's what I have for this reading. I hope it was helpful. And if it did resonate, please like this video. That helps us out quite a bit. And as always, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you as part of the family. And also, it helps us out tremendously. So thank you in advance for that as well. Okay, once again, thank you for watching this video, and we will see you next time.